have standing here today with me is Alex, and she claims her shadow is getting smaller and smaller throughout the day, and she's here to tell us why.
I just want to start off with saying how I love your show on shadows, and I'm excited to be here with you today.
Oh, thank you, Alex. We are glad to have you tell us about your shadow findings. So tell me why your shadow is getting smaller.
Well, I noticed that this tree's shadow was smaller and later in the day, and I would come home from lunch and the shadow was very small. The next morning I would look at it again and it was even bigger.
Can you tell us why it would be larger in the morning and smaller around lunch?
After observing this tree for 2 weeks, I realized that the shadow has everything to do about the sun, about how high the sun is.
What does the sun have to do with the tree and its shadow? The sun is way up there and the tree is down here.
The shadow is the light reflecting off an object, and the sun is the light source. If the light source is closer to the object, then the shadow is longer, and when the light source is farther away, the shadow is smaller.
Interesting. So the shadow has nothing to do with the object itself, but the light source reflecting off the object. Does the time of day matter?
Yes, in fact, when the sun is rising, the shadow appears going this way, and when the sun is setting, the shadow appears on the other side of the object.
What happens if it's a moving object, like yourself?
It is the same thing, but the shadow is moving with you, and as long as the light source is shining on you.
Well, that's all for today. Reporting live in Pinehurst, Texas, this is Kimberly Pagel with the Shadow Hunters.